Hi guys, it's Mary and welcome to another episode of Mondays with Mary. And first of all, I want to say that my new camera and my old video editor were not playing nice with each other. So I've been this past weekend trying to find another video editor that was easy, not complicated, and did what I needed it to do. So there's two of them that I've been looking at, and I think that they will work. But until I make a final decision, things are going to look different, probably every video for the next couple of weeks. As far as titles, all of that. It's just the nature of the beast. I think once I figure out which one of the two that I want to use and, get more used of the things that it could do, figure out which one is the easiest without, losing anything, then things will settle down. And I figure, well, if I'm changing that, I think I'm going to try to do something so that the heading on the YouTube channel also gets an upgrade, and so things will all kind of coordinate with each other. So until it's figured out, be kind and just bear with me. Yeah. So the random generator picked a good one for us this week, and this is it. We're not doing a beach scene, where this comes from, but we are doing the colors, and they call the colors turquoise, mint, smoke, rose tan, and apricot. And it doesn't remind me of any apricot that I've been around, but I've chosen pink sand, which is pretty close, and then dusty rose, which is pretty close to this one in here. Forest fern, it's the closest I have. And then pool, we'll go with these. So, and then we're going to throw in it says white smoke, which is kind of various tones of gray. And let me see the lightest gray that I have. Is, I think, going to be limestone. So, we've got limestone. So we'll be using that. And so those are our colors. And then we are going to, I picked a big one this time. We're going to use the Billowing Peonies, which is a huge stamp set that came out last year. The we're not going to do the big one. The big flower is, the two big flowers together are massive. They are 9 and almost 10 inches. We're going to do this small one, which is big in itself, and it is a little over 7. Little over 7, but it's got some great sentiments. It has the die to go with it, which we'll be using, and stencils. And this set actually has 12 stencils, but the small flower actually uses stencil 8 through 12. So this group down here we'll be using for the smaller set or stamp. So let's get this out. We're going to stamp first. All right, so this bloom where you were planted, you are beautiful just the way you are. Wishing you peace and contentment. You have the most beautiful smile. Love you, my friend. Today will be the best day ever. You are where you're supposed to be. It just has so many good sayings, you know? So we're going to take this small stamp out. I cut my paper 7 by 7 because it's not going to fit on an A2, but I don't know what part that I want to use, so I'm just going to do what I can. And I think this 7 by 7 is, let's see if we can somehow fit it into the 6 by 8. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. It will be fine. So let me move this. Get that out of the way. And then let me hold the paper down. This needs to be washed. It's not as sticky as it could be. And then we'll get that there. And what I want to do is I want to emboss it with embossing powder. And I got this new, I've never tried, Lindy's embossing powder. She has some really pretty colors. This one is called Gimme 5 Gold. So we're going to give this one a try and see what it looks like. And hopefully it will be good. Well, let me ink this up. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. The weather here was really nice for Saturday. We had early St. Patrick's Day dinner, and it was beautiful. It was a little bit on the chilly side yesterday, but still nice. All right. Let's get some embossing. We need a couple more times. especially in the middle here. If you haven't watched the 500 subscriber video and entered for the drawing for the giveaway, you have till this Friday. I think it's the 22nd. Let me see in the light. That looks good, but one more time. Just because we can. I'd rather do it a couple of times than to have to go back and redo it after I've already melted the embossing powder. Let's do this. It's a fairly large stamp, so I want to make sure I got it good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. And then let me bring this over. For a minute, I didn't think I'd be able to open it up, but that's not happening. And let me get that off. You know what I didn't do is I forgot to use the little sweep thing, the anti-static. I'm going to end up paying for that, but we're going to end up cutting it down, so hopefully it'll be fine. We'll put this back in here. I don't know what this color is going to look like. It doesn't really look gold, but the video I saw of it looked really pretty. So we'll see. We shall see. All right. Let me get a brush and get some of this out of the way. Get this off here. Uh-oh, now I've ruined it. Now I've ruined it. It'll be okay. All right, let's heat the heat gun up. I don't think there's anything as, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I don't think there's anything as satisfying as watching embossing powder melt. And this is a really pretty shade of gold. And I think this will be fine right here. I don't think you're going to notice it. And everything melted good. Nice and clean. So, all right. So, let's get this out of the way. And get ready to so they always come up with inside they always give you samples of different color combinations and what it would look like as a full A2 size card. So these are real pretty. So these are the two smaller flowers. Those are the ones that we're going to do today. And then this is the really large peonies. All right. So we don't need that. We don't need that. We will need the dye later. So I'll have that at the ready. All right, let's get the mat out. This Billowing Peony came out and it sold out really quick, but then I think they brought it back again because it was very popular. So let me know if you picked it up, if you saw it and you were able to pick it up. All right, I'm not quite sure which direction this is going to go in, so I'm going to just leave it there for now. And we'll get the stencils out. And like I said, we only need 8 through 12. Five. 6, 7, and they're all different sizes here, so that's interesting. All right, so we need 8, 9, 10 is large, 11, and 12. Okay. So we're going to need these. And then inside the stencils is our layering guide. They always have a layering guide. So we are not starting until this side of the layering guide. And we start with these flowers here. And they've got this panel flipped like this. So let's go ahead and do that same thing. That way we know we're heading in the right direction. This warped a little in the heat, but it'll be fine. All right. All right, so we're going to go with the lightest color for the base of the flowers. And that's going to be number 8. And it looks like, let's put this other light on. The sun is moving. It looks like each section of this is done separately. So Let's see if I've got you so you can see. Perfect. All right, we're gonna start here. Once we get started, we'll be going a lot faster now that all the prep work is done. All right, let me get the embossing ink out of the way. And then let's get this lined up just right. All right. And this will stick to the mat. I'm going to use some tape because the cardstock is warped. So I don't want anything moving unexpectedly. And I think we're far enough away from these that I don't have to worry about it getting over here, and if it overlaps here, we're cutting these out anyway. So, all right, so we're going to start with the pink sand. And where's my pink? And I'm gonna start off and this is a really, really light color, so I'm actually putting a good amount of pressure down. I'm going to leave it a little bit lighter on the edges. All right, so that, we're done with that one. And then it looks like this one goes this way. Perfect. All right. I'm intentionally making them a little bit different because no two flowers are alike in nature. And then this one, there's this here, so I would imagine that goes right there. Yep. And then you just slide it a little bit until it all... I'm going to have to hold that down because that little piece is very fragile. All right, so this is going to be very, it's very thin, so I'm going to hold it down or move it over right there where it's supposed to be, and then I'm going to actually use a little brush to get around this. Let me see if I can switch hands here. I just want to get some color in before I let go. Right, okay. This is where pixie spray would come in good, but I don't like using it on the whole thing, so better to just hold it down like this. Whoops. Okay, that should take care of it for now. And then let's finish up. With the rest of this. And we'll do it again when we get to the darker color. This color is almost, well, it's a sandy kind of rosy pink color. All right, so we're done with stencil number 1. And now we're going to go to stencil number 2. Or number stencil 9. So it doesn't say. All right, this goes, it says 180 degrees. We'll do that last after we do these. So let me get these out of the way. There we go. All right, so this is going to be the darker color. So we just want to make sure that one's lined up. Because these aren't going to go all the way, to the end. So let's go ahead and hold that down. Hold that down. This one we're going to use the Dusty Rose. The Dusty Rose is much darker. Let's see what we've got. We'll put it over here. Not bad, but we're still going to go with a light hand because this is so light I don't like when there's a whole lot of contrast. So we're going to start in the middle. This has got such little tiny pieces. It's a tricky one. That's for sure. All right. This one should be fine this way. So we can go like we normally do, a little bit darker and then a little bit less out there. This one's held. Oh, there's one over here. So my. I guess you can't get all its detail and not have some. Things where you got to, so we're gonna go this way here on that one, and then I'm sorry if my hand is in the way, but I need to make it so. All right, let's take a peek and see if we got enough color. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's soft, but I like it. All right, so then we're going to, it says to do 180 degrees so that we could do the insides of this. It says these should have black, but all right, that looks good. Let me get a darker of the smoke color, the smoke shade. Industrial Diamond. Let's see what that looks like. I'll give it a try. We should be done with this one. And let me clean this off. Well, it doesn't make any difference. It would have just had black on it, so. All right. All right, now the leaves. All right, so 9 is done. Excuse me. And now we'll do 10. All right, let's take a look at 10. Looks like 10's got us doing more. Let's see. Yep, 10 has us doing more dark on the flower. At least this part of it does. So just because it's there doesn't mean we have to do it. And I don't think I want to. I think I like the flowers just the way they are. I don't want them to be, I want them to be subtle. I don't want them to be too much. Because this one is also more. Yeah, so we're not going to use 10 at all. We're going to go to 11. And 11 is in 2. Okay, so 11 is, first we're going to do this one here. Nope, it's stuck. Okay, hold on. You know, these grip mats are wonderful. They really are. You just have to make sure you get them. So, all right, so 10 or 11 is the lighter shades of green. So we're going to do the light shade, the pool. And then all right. Looks good. Okay. I always start at the base and then work up, giving a little bit lighter. This stencil also looks like it wants us to add more color to the inside of the flower pistils, whatever the middle of the flower is. So maybe I don't necessarily want them to be super dark, but let me see if I put this is the limestone, this is the light gray, just to cover the color up and give it some extra definition. Like I said, I want everything to be just subtle. Yeah, I like that. All right, so our last one is going to be the darker green, but I'm still going to use a lighter hand. Get that out of the way. I'll do this one first. And like I said, these are not made to go cover the whole leaf. So we're just doing some darkness. So I'm going to tap off and then go on. Let's take a look and a peek and see how that looks. Yeah. I don't want it any darker than that. All right, and then, oh my goodness. Did I leave a leaf off over there? I did. All right, hold on. We got to go back here. Oops. That's funny. All right. Let's go back and fill that one in. That was glaring. All right. Whoops. My goodness. Okay. All right. Now, go, the last one. So it does want me to put more in the middle of the flowers, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. And most of this is on the cardstock, so I'm going to tape it off so it does not move. And we are in the home stretch. Let me close this one up before I get my greens mixed up. All right. All right, let's see how we're looking. Oh, I think that looks good. All right. I think I'm going to leave the middle of the flowers as they are. I think I like it that way. So there we go. We're going to cut this real quick. If I can find my cutter. Here's the whoop, sorry. Oh, did I hurt you? Oh, look, I never turned my machine off. And I believe it's been a couple of days. Oh my. All right, let me get the mat out of the way, or everything will be sticking to it. All right, we're gonna have to cut this cardstock down so that it fits. All right, so we're going to give this a cut. I have a magnetic platform, so it does make it easier. Looks like this is going to be a pretty close cut. You know, sometimes they leave a lot of white space around. But this one looks like it's gonna... All right, let's see. Perfect. So now the question is, look how pretty that turned out. I just like it nice and soft, with a little bit of white. All right, so we've got a card base, and I think we can get most of that in there. Yeah, we're just taking off a little bit. So, all right, so let's bring our sticky mat back in, because what I want to do is I got a new stencil. I'm going to use that very, very light limestone. And put a little brickwork on here, just with the limestone. That'll be our little grounding for our flower. Let me get this dark off. All right, so tell me, do you use stencils for coloring? Do you use markers? You know, I have markers, and I think I've mentioned this probably several times, that while I do have markers, I am, and I can do markers. I mean, I can color with them, but I don't enjoy it. Like I'm sure other people do, or some other people do. I'm going heavier in the middle and then lighter out. So if I can find something that has a stencil, then I'm all about it. You know, I think it's wonderful. I'll sit and watch, like, Jen Shirkus. She does a lot of lawn fawn. She's great at coloring. And I watch her, but I don't think, oh, I wish I could do that. I think, oh my God, that seems so tedious. So, see, I'm not very good about that. Let's see how this is working. All right. I think I'm going to stop now before it gets too dark. All right. All right, so there we go. We can, I'm going to put some foam tape on here, and then we're going to let it overhang, and then I'll cut that off. And then I usually don't always put sentiments on. You know, I put them on when I figure out what I want to, and who I want to, you know, send it to. So let's get some foam tape, and then we will be done. I got some new foam tape, but I just got it today and it's still packed away, so we're just going to use this one. For now, it'll do its job, if I can figure out the direction it's going in. All right. I'll put that one right there. And then one on each side, and that'll be, we'll call it all good. Let me know if you picked up this Billowing Peony when it came out. I don't even know if it's still available. I mean, it certainly might be. It's been a while though, but that doesn't mean that it's not. All right, I think one little one here and we'll be good. All right, perfect. All right, let me take that out. And then we will put this on here. If you do use markers, let me know which ones you use. You know, I had, first markers I ever bought were the Copics, but I didn't invest a lot of money. I probably have 20 of them. And then I started shopping during COVID with Crafter's Companion, and I don't know, I probably have 200 markers from them. And sadly, even though COVID was only a short 4 years ago, a lot of them have dried up and I hardly use them. But my Copics from, I don't know, 15 years ago are just like brand new. So it's pretty disappointing. All right, so we're going to put it here and let it overhang. I think I'm going to have this little leaf touching, and then no, maybe we'll do it this way. Let me see. Maybe up more. Yep, I think right there. All right. And then we'll just trim off what hangs over. And then we can, depending on what I use it for, we can put a sentiment here, or one down here across, or even in the middle right here, and then some little jewels. And then that'll be it. So that's it. It's fairly large. It took a little bit more time than normal, but I think it's worth it. And I love the way it turned out. I love the greenish blue leaves and the softness in the flowers, because not all flowers are bright and, you know, sunshiny, colorful. So I like it. And I hope you like it too. So, but let me know in comments. Let me know what you think, and let me know what colors you would have used. You know, it's, I love using these cards because it does, you know, make me think outside the box. And I think we did a pretty good job getting close to these colors, you know, or the tones. So I'm happy the way it turned out. And like I said, I love using these, the color cubes, and having to stretch my thinking as far as when it comes to color and stuff. So let me know if you have the color cubes or the electronic version of them. I have both because I like to just, you know, look and get ideas when I'm watching TV or whatever, you know, watching them on my iPad, but I like being able to do this and taking the actual card and, you know, and matching it up and stuff, you know. Because even looking at a computer screen, every computer screen is different. So the colors are not going to be true. So, all right, so that's it. Let me know how you like. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up. It means a world to all YouTubers. And like I said before, don't be alarmed when every video that you see in the next few weeks looks different in the beginning and in the end. Until I get it all figured out and am happy with something. It'll just be kind of a rotating, changing, figuring it out thing. So please bear with me. And if you see one that you really like, you know, like an intro or something, let me know. Because I could use all the help I can get figuring this whole thing out. You know, it might take longer than 2 weeks, but with some help, it might not. So, all right. So if you're a subscriber, thank you so very much. I can't believe we are up to 520 something now. It took a nice jump. There's a video coloring on black cardstock that seems to be very popular right now. And I'm liking that a lot. So if you haven't seen that one, you might want to check it out because it's been very popular. If you haven't subscribed, though, and you can hit that subscribe button, you can hit the bell and it'll send you notifications when a new video is shown or up to view. And then there is the, well, we already talked about the thumbs up, which is the like button. There's also the share button, which makes it super easy if you want to share it with a friend. Instead of, you know, copy and pasting yourself. So, all right, so that's it. This turned out a little bit longer than I anticipated, and I apologize if you're like me and, you know, don't want to sit there for an hour or 2 hours watching a video because you got other things to do. So, but, you know, you can watch it and then come back. It'll be in your library, or you can save it to watch later. Make it easier on yourself. So, all right, so that's it. Thank you so much. Billowing, what is it called? What do we got here? Billowing Peonies from Altenew. And so we used all Altenew. We used the Billowing Peonies from Altenew. We used the Altenew inks. And then a little stencil from Brutus Monroe. I have a brick, but this one is like an uneven surface. You know, I liked it so. And I like stencils. You know I like stencils. So, all right. Any questions? Leave them in comments. Any comments? Leave them in comments. It's all about the comments. So, all right. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.